Hey travelers, welcome back to the channel. In this video of Traveler's Corner, we feature D&G Explorers. That's right, big and little explorer, Derek and Greg. Let's get to know them. Derek and Greg, thank you so much for joining me here on Traveler's Corner.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, we are excited. Greg hasn't been behaving himself very well today.
I just told you to behave yourself. Don't try to put that back on me.
But we'll do our best to rein him in and keep him in line.
All right, I can't wait for that. All right, let everyone know about yourselves and your channel.
Well, dilly, everybody.
Yes,
If you don't know us,
yes,
it's like our dilly. So
I'm Derek.
Dilly. I'm Gregory.
If you forget our names, it's okay because I'm Little Explorer.
I'm Big Explorer.
And we are D&G Explorers.
D&G Explorers.
So we've had a channel now. We our first video was in October of 2017. It's been
wow, I can't think
4
back that
years. It'll be 5 years. And our first trip we took
5 years.
Our first trip we took, we went to Disneyland Paris. What a way to start our channel.
That was an epic, awesome trip.
I wish we knew now.
Nothing comes close to it.
I wish we knew now what we were doing and filming, what we didn't know then.
But no, that's what was so charming about it. I liked that we did it the way that we did it.
Yes.
So we were starting off, and that was a good trip to do that.
But we're explorers, so we like the park. So we love Disney. We like cruising. So cruising
the
on
amusement
ships.
parks, the
Yes.
cruises, yep.
And even we took a shot at the all-inclusive, I said it right.
Yay!
All-inclusive resorts.
You get a gold star for the day.
Yes, I was making sure I said it right. We love to explore, and that's really what our channel is about.
Amazing. And you do explore a lot, which I love. So, into the hard-hitting questions.
Uh-oh.
Why do you travel?
Why do we travel?
I'll let you answer that first.
Oh, sure. Make me do it first. No, we travel because first we're able to travel. We're blessed with good jobs that pay well to even allow us to do that. So, but the reason why we travel is because we just want to see the world. We want to see different aspects of it, not be confined in the house all the time. And
he works from home, so that's a very true statement
well,
with him.
Oh, yeah.
even before then, we like to get out and travel and experience different things and stuff. It's just a lot of fun, and people actually have told us they live vicariously through us because they watch our videos or they go on Facebook and look at our pictures and videos and everything, and they always ask, when are you going to go on your next trip? We want to see more pictures and videos. So we didn't really know that people were doing that until they told us. So that's really cool.
And I would say for me, it's just appreciating life and what's out there. If you're only staying within this area, you don't get a chance to see different cultures, how they live, what food they eat, all that. I'll give a perfect example. I never really was that interested in going to Mexico. When we did the all-inclusive resort, I have a whole new appreciation for them as a culture, the Mayan culture. We went to Cancun at the all-inclusive.
We heard
and
stories.
It was amazing trip. Amazing.
Some stories we didn't really want to hear about because they were kind of gruesome, but yeah, we heard some stories.
But whereas I wouldn't have been interested in going to that before experiencing it, I would love to do something like that again. So I think that's what it is, just experiencing life and enjoying what's out there, appreciating it. And between our trips, when we get home, it gives us something to look forward to. What are we going to experience next?
Amazing. And I agree totally with you guys about that. So, with all your travel, what is your favorite way to travel and why?
Well, I think wasn't our favorite was when we went to that alien ship and oh wait, that's a different story. Never mind. That's a different channel.
I think you were on that trip all by yourself in your head.
Greg, I'll answer this one
You're
first.
letting me do it again.
No,
I was going to say you do it first.
I'll go first this one. I think I love trains. Any chance we can get on a train,
love trains.
I love it. And one of the things I've always wanted to do was go on the Channel. You can't tell from my accent, but I was originally born in England, and I lived there for the first 10 years of my life, for the most part, my 10 years. And I've always wanted to go on the Channel from England over into France, or vice versa. We had a chance on our first one when we went to Disneyland Paris. I still have family in England, and we went and visited them, and we took the Channel over to right in front of the steps of Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
How better could that be?
That was awesome.
And that's been my favorite way to travel in that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll add another one. Cruising is another fun way because you always wake up in a different city.
It's the same with me. I was going to say cruising on a cruise ship would be the best way because you're out on the ocean, and I love the ocean. Derek knows how much I love the ocean. He won't set foot in the ocean normally, but he has.
Sharks.
And then I tell him, oh, look, there was something big that went by you. And he like gets all scared and stuff. But it was true. There was something big. It looked like almost like the size of a barracuda. And he was all freaking out.
It was one of those, we were on Disney's private island, and we're out in the lagoon just bobbing around in there with our little stuff to float on. And I'm like just relishing in it. You can see the Disney, what was it? The Fantasy was over there. And I'm like, oh, this is like one of those moments. Something big just swam by you. I didn't need to know that, Greg. Thank you.
But I love the ocean, and we always get a balcony. I never want to stay in an inside cabin. I'd probably go crazy. But just being able to step outside in our own little area, high above on the ship, and look out in the ocean is really awesome for us.
Amazing. So, again, with all that travel, what has been your favorite country to visit and why?
I would say England.
Rule Britannia.
Wow.
Britannia, roll the waves.
God save the Queen. Yeah, I loved England. It was our first time. Well, my first time. It was our first time going together, and it was my first time even ever going there. Just the whole experience of it and the different parts of it were awesome.
Cornwall.
Yeah, Cornwall and Ashtead.
We went to places where I haven't been since 1976 is probably when we went to Cornwall, and we went to Tintagel, which is where King Arthur's castle is. We went to there. So it was a long time going back there. So Greg had a chance to experience what I experienced.
But
Little boy.
I also had a chance to experience things that you never experienced before, like when we went through the turnstile and my luggage got stuck in it, and I was trying to like lug it over. And then if that wasn't bad enough, we went into the tram system, the tube, and the doors were closed on my shoulders. I'm like, ow. And then I pushed myself through. And then at one point, my arm was hanging out with my luggage.
The luggage was on the platform.
I was not going to let go. And somebody saw me and was helping me to like push it in so the doors could close. And so I'm like, wow, what luck do I have? But it was all fun.
Wow.
What about you?
Well, I can't say England because I'm from England, and that would just basically mean France or Mexico. I don't feel like we saw Disneyland Paris. That's not France. So to be fair, I would say
that all encompasses me for England and everything. So there
yes.
you go.
To me, it was Mexico, and it was the eastern Mexico in Cancun, because we had a chance to see a couple of pyramids there, which I love pyramids. We had a chance to see that. We stayed at the Rio Palace Peninsula, and we just had an amazing time. So that was a country that I've enjoyed the most so far.
Very nice. Very, very nice. So, with all the countries you visited, is there one place that you've loved?
I really like, well, it's not a country. Well, no, it's not a country, but places. Okay, for a country, I would say Disneyland Paris. So that would answer your question, actually, because if I say something else, then that's not a country. So Disneyland Paris.
Well, it's a place.
Yeah, but Disneyland Paris was amazing and beautiful, and there was nothing like it. If we ever went back again, I don't know if it would be the same feeling. It depends on if it's just us or if anyone's with us. It'll be, a different experience, but the same feelings might come back. So it was just, the words just can't describe the feeling of it.
We were there for the 25th anniversary, and that was special. And now already it's a 30th anniversary for it. Can you believe it?
It's been 5 years.
But that was amazing. I'm going to say the same thing with Greg. That was and I'm going to say my age. I turned 50 then. So for it being my 50th
well, that was an awesome
my 50th
trip
anniversary. I celebrated my own 50th anniversary.
It was your 50th anniversary of being here on Earth. Yes.
But what we did on that trip, we stayed at the Disneyland Hotel, which is at the entrance of the park. And it was just, we were only there for 3 nights, but I would now, I want to go back there. And I would say now we know what we didn't get to see. And now we're going to go back and be able to appreciate things, because we didn't know what to expect. We didn't know if they would understand us, if they want to understand us. It's all those kind of fears when you do travel. Now we know how it was and how awesome it was. We're more excited and more confident in traveling.
Yeah, we know. I mean, we know what to do, what not to do, and they really appreciate when you try to speak their language. It goes a long
simple
way.
Bonjour.
Yes. Just stay away from the talcum powder. Every time I went into the restroom, all you smelled was talcum powder, and it really made me want to puke at points. It was really bad. I couldn't. Yeah.
And it didn't have no effect on me.
I just
Terrific.
it.
He smells ants, but that's a different story. For a different
my gosh. We don't have time for that. No.
I digress.
So, from what you have done in your travels, is there one specific thing that you have done on a trip that you've enjoyed so much?
Every time I'm asked this question or something like it, one thing always comes to mind, but go ahead.
I'll let you go.
No, go ahead.
Gosh, there's been so many amazing memories, and I'm probably going to say something. He's probably going to say something. I go, oh yeah, I should have probably said that. But as I mentioned, I love pyramids. I love that whole, no matter where they are throughout the world, the old temples and that. We had a chance to go because of COVID in 2020 in October. A lot of the places were just opening. In fact, Ekbalam was just reopening when we went. We did a vlog on it. We were practically the only people in this entire area of it, and we didn't see anyone for about, I don't know, over an hour. We finally saw someone else in there.
There was like civilization.
and it was a chance to experience Ekbalam differently than Chichen Itza, which we're getting ready to release the vlog on that one when we went on the Disney cruise. Chichen Itza is so much, everything's built around it. You know, there's a lot more traffic going in there. Ekbalam is kind of more of a quiet place. And we were able to climb up the pyramids. Not all of them.
Which was
always what I wanted to do.
Yeah,
was go on
they're
that.
very steep pyramids too. The one that we went on, you had to be really careful not to, like one wrong step and you're gonna go bouncing down that thing.
So that has a lasting memory of something that we did. I feel very honored and special that we were able to do that.
For me, way off like other spectrum, was when we ran the 10K marathon at Disneyland Paris. The experience, that's probably my favorite video that we've done, actually.
And I deleted half of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and it was funny because he lost a lot of footage and he almost didn't edit it to put a video together. I said, no, we need to put something together, salvage what we have. And it really came out nice with the montage of pictures plus video, but we'll always remember in our mind what it was like as well. And
running through the parks and both of their parks,
being there early in the morning with everybody else,
and the cast members cheering you on as you went through the parks, and that it was.
And you got to do meet and greets as you're running, taking pictures.
That was a special.
It was it was awesome. There was nothing like it. There'll be nothing like it again. So that's my favorite.
That was a really magical day.
Yep.
Good job. I like that one.
My favorite thing that you and I have done together on a trip, amongst everything else.
Wow. All right. So again, with all the travel behind you, do you guys eat local?
We like McDonald's locally. Oh wait, not that kind of local. Oh, okay. Just kidding. We don't like McDonald's.
I like their fries.
It's very interesting. We've changed, I think, and it depends on what trip you go on. Because if you go to another country, then it's like always the interest. Like when we go back to England, I always want a Cornish pasty. I love Cornish pasties.
You have to have that.
I have to have that.
Yep. we have to have
clotted cream.
Yes, I was gonna say
cream.
Clotted cream on
scones.
A scone, and you have to say scone, not scone.
I don't. Is it scone or scone?
It is
I get
scone.
confused.
It's scone in England.
So, but when we went on, to change that, when we went on a cruise, since everything is more or less paid for on a cruise, we always say when we get off ship, why are we going to spend money off the ship to buy food when it's already paid for on the cruise?
But we try things on the cruise that we haven't done before. We did escargot, and we're like hooked on escargot now.
But we've changed though, because now when we've gone to, like when we went up to Canada, and did those things, we had lobster ice cream.
We had poutine.
Yes, beaver tail. We had that. We've had a lot of stuff. So now when we go to a different place, we like to try different local. In fact, on the cruise that we're going in about a week, Jack Shack is one of the things I've always wanted to try there, that local place on the beach. So.
I have no idea what they have there. I'm sure they have seafood, and that's my favorite food. So if they have seafood, if they don't have seafood by the ocean, there's really an issue.
I think they have, if I remember from videos, they have jerk chicken, which is like a Jamaican style thing.
Yeah, no, I like my seafood, so that's what I'll be getting.
All right. Has there been something that you've eaten that you're like, oh my gosh, I need this again?
We did a lobster bake, and that was pretty cool. I wouldn't mind doing that again. I actually was teaching people how I was pulling the poor little lobster's body apart, because they give you this whole lobster, and I'm like pulling the antennas off, the legs and everything. I'm getting all the things that are protruding out first, and then you get into the real meat and everything. And there was a lady like, oh, that's how you do it. Oh yeah, that helps. And so but it was fun. It was messy, but it was a lot of fun, so I would do that again.
I would say one of the most amazing things we had, we've had a lot of amazing meals. We went to have that lobster at the boathouse in Disney Springs. That
was a amazing lobster with stuffed crab. Yes.
But I'm going to go something different. On a cruise ship, on the Norwegian ships, we went on to the teppanyaki.
Oh, I remember
We've done two on the Bliss and the Escape. We've done teppanyaki, and those have been my favorite.
That was like the best scallops that I've had.
Gosh.
And I said that on the video too. I don't know what oil they use, but that was so good.
Yeah, we're going to be going on an NCL ship again, and I guarantee you we will be going to teppanyaki again. That was amazing. Just loved it. And the free drinks.
Well, it's not really free. You're paying for it unlimited, but yeah.
No, they gave it. Remember, we didn't have the drink package.
Yeah,
they just, here's another one. Okay. Here's another one. Here's another one.
Very nice, very nice. So, do you have a dream location, country, place that you want to visit?
There's a lot of stuff on our bucket list for sure. At least for me. Some of them we've already planned on, like Alaska. We have that booked. I've always wanted to go to Prince Edward Island. That's been one of it. I want to go hang out with Anne of Green Gables, bless her soul, have some kind of connection. But one of the things that isn't on my plans that I would love to someday do is the temples in the world. So I had to write it down because I always forget the name. Angkor Wat. It's over there in Indonesia, and it has these really ornate looking temples. The spirals of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like in the middle of the jungle, and it's just a fascinating. It's been on the Amazing Race, which Amazing Race. If you're, if you do a hashtag Amazing Race, maybe they can use this as our intro video to be on the
We
Amazing
would
Race.
love to go on that show. I have to see the temples, like the pictures. When I see the pictures, I know that I've seen them before. I just don't know the names. So.
But that Machu Picchu,
yeah,
I think is the name of it.
remember that.
And then also Teotihuacan, which is a pyramid of the sun in Mexico
Totally
City.
read that Machu Picchu. Right? I'm like Manca Pico or something.
So those would be, those would be the three things. Sorry, you said one, but those temples would be a dream for me to go to.
Well, Derek already said mine, Alaska, and I know that we're going, but that's one of the big frontiers of the world, and that's a place that I would love to go to and explore. It's very expensive, so I don't see us doing any real big excursions, but just
we have
to,
one. We're gonna go on a kayak in front of the glacier.
just to just to be out there among the wild and everything, maybe see a grizzly bear, not too close, but I want to see a grizzly bear out in the wild, and orcas. I love orcas. So if I could see those, I'd be so happy.
Which we did.
Yeah, but they're really prevalent in Alaska.
So, is there one place that you have been to and you're dying to go back?
One of mine is the Disney private island. We love going there. Castaway Key. We did a 5K marathon there last time we were there, and they gave us a rubber medal. It's not really a medal, but it's a rubber.
It's a medal.
That just sounds wrong. They gave you a rubber. Okay. They gave you a rubber medal. It's cool looking, but it was fun to do, and they have a child's area or a family area. They have an adult area, and you can scuba dive, which we did, and it's all, fenced in or whatever. They have statues and things down there that you can find. So it's just a lot of fun. We love it there. What about you?
That's tough because there's so many things on our list that we want to go back to. Bar Harbor, we want to go back to.
That was my other one, yeah.
We want to go back to, I want to go back to the Rio Palace Peninsula in Cancun.
We talked about that.
That was the most relaxing trip I've ever had. When I came back on, because even when you go on a cruise, you're still going around and doing things.
And the food's included, like 5 restaurants.
Yeah, and it was our first trip we took that when I went to work on that following day, I was like so relaxed and just, I'm ready to go back. And in a good way, not like, oh, I need another vacation.
A vacation from your vacation.
So I would probably say that would be going to Cancun at the Rio Palace Peninsula. That was a beautiful resort.
Amazing. So again, with all your travel experience behind you, is there one tip that you could give to a new traveler out there or an experienced traveler looking to make it easier out there?
So we learned that you should pack a change of clothes in your carry-on. So because we've come across at one point where we didn't get our luggage. They switched our planes because something was going on with the plane, but they didn't put the luggage in the other plane, so we had to wait to get it the next day. So at least we had a change of clothes and some toiletries with us, so make sure you basically pack a small bag.
Yeah, we have what
your carry-on.
We have what we're wearing and for one night, and then we also have it for the next day too, just to make sure in case we lose our luggage, at least we have 2 pairs of clothes for us to, if anything, have to keep washing back and forth.
Luckily, we got everything the next day, but
that was on our NCL Bliss thing. And that was the day that we learned, especially from going West Coast to East Coast, make sure you fly in a whole day early. I mean, if you're coming West Coast to East Coast, you're not going to make it anyway, but just because if we leave here at 6 a.m., we don't get to East until like 6 p.m. So it's you'd have to travel a day earlier anyway. But peace of mind, we were at first worried we weren't going to make it there, and then we were worried that our luggage wasn't going to catch up to us. That was exciting.
What's yours?
I would say, well, if I can say two. One, I love to plan, and to me, that is part of the fun of learning about places. The more you know about a place, the more you're going to enjoy it when you go there, and you know what's there. Instead of, and I'll give you an example. Our friends went to, they were on our ship with us on the Disney Magic. They went by themselves on a cruise ship, so they're newer cruisers, and they went to the ports in there, and they didn't really know what to expect, and they didn't enjoy it as much. And they were listening to the other people that they were with, and they were saying, "Oh, I wish I would have known about that. I wish I would have known about that." So the more you cruise, the more you start learning more experience. But learn what's there, and to me, that's just part of the fun is, you know, experiencing it. So you experience it on one hand, and whenever you do that, because Greg likes to be surprised. Whenever you go there, you're going to see it through your own eyes, which is always different than what you see in a video or just information on it. It's always better. And then the last thing I always say, be prepared for travel sickness, because the first cruise I ever went on, I was probably the sickest I've ever been. I mean, I was throwing up.
Or your Bo9.
And take it like even the day before you go on the trip. So we'll be taking it Thursday when we leave. Thursday night we'll be taking it, and our ship leaves on Saturday, just so it's in our system, and in all the excitement you don't forget to take the pill.
You also wear the wristbands that have the pressure points,
C-bands. So be prepared, because if you don't know how you're going to travel, it's better to be safe than miserably sick, especially on a cruise ship. That was horrible. Horrible.
Those are amazing tips, and a few that I follow myself when I travel. Derek and Greg, thank you again for joining me here on Traveler's Corner. Please let everyone know where they can find you.
Well, thank you for having us, and we're D&G Explorers again. You can find us
on our D&G Explorers YouTube channel, and we also are on Instagram. We both have ones on Instagram.
For D&G Explorers.
Yes.
Yep.
And then we also are on Twitter.
And we also go live every Wednesday at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
So 8 o'clock Eastern on Wednesday night, we go live and get a little bit silly.
And a little dilly.
But that's not why we're silly.
Well, you don't need dilly to be silly, but okay.
Exactly. Again, thank you so much, guys.
Oh my gosh, what amazing and fun guys. Now, if you haven't yet, head down to the description, click on their link to their YouTube, and give them a subscribe. They have some amazing videos, and they go live every Wednesday night with shows that will crack you up. Well guys,